this sarcophagus, is that the, it's covering the one that exploded, or is...
Yes, old one.
So, okay, so but they want to build the new sarcophagus?
No, this is new one.
Oh, this is the new sarcophagus they put over it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They worked 6 years for building this new one. It was behind. I mean, and the most biggest movable construction in the world. So they built close to that area.
And
then
they moved it over.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You see the general entrance to nuclear power station.
Yeah.
Some another memorial to the victims. You see the cross.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and on the left there are some names who died. First victims, firemen.
Oh, yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to Ukraine, or should I say, welcome to Kiev. So right now we're stopped outside the road just getting some food supplies at the gas station. So far everything's just gone pretty well. Tour guide's name is Tanya, she's really nice, and our driver is Andrew, I believe. So they said it's 130 kilometers to Chernobyl, which I'm not really sure how far that is or how many hours, but I'm sure it's quite the distance. So anyway guys, I'll do some more shots around on the drive, and then I'll show you guys Chernobyl itself when we get there.
Systems are deactivated and the experiment begins. Friday the 25th of April, 1986. A beautiful spring day for the 43,000 inhabitants of Pripyat in the Ukraine. A day that will remain forever engraved in their memory. 3 kilometers from the city, the Vladimir Ilyich Lenin nuclear power plant, where several thousand people go to work each day. Tonight, the 176 employees of Block 4 have been ordered to carry out a test on a self-fueling system of the reactor. Something that could save energy. At 1:23 a.m., the security systems are deactivated and the experiment begins. A series of detonations go off in the core of the reactor. While Pripyat sleeps peacefully, the floor of the plant begins to tremble. The 1,200-ton cover of the reactor suddenly blasts into the air. An ultra-powerful stream of radioactive vapor releases uranium and graphite over hundreds of meters around the plant. From the gaping hole, a spray of fire charged with radioactive particles in fusion shoots 1,000 meters into the sky.
There were a lot of colors, and they were really bright, orange, red, sky blue, colors like blood, a rainbow. It was beautiful.
I was told there's been some accident at the Chernobyl nuclear plant.
The first firemen on the scene battle the fire without the adequate protective gear. They pour tons of water on this strange fire, but nothing seems capable of putting it out. They are all exposed to lethal doses of radiation. 2 men die that night. 28 more will follow in the next few months. They are the first victims of Chernobyl. Nobody was prepared for such a crisis. For the next 7 months, 500,000 men will wage hand-to-hand combat with an invisible enemy. A ruthless battle that has gone unsung, which claimed thousands of unnamed and now almost forgotten heroes. Yet, it is thanks to these men that the worst was avoided. A second explosion, 10 times more powerful than Hiroshima, which would have wiped out half of Europe. This was kept secret for 20 years by the Soviets and the West alike. Many of these images have never been seen before. They were taken by journalists who were also exposed to nuclear contamination, some of whom later died. Those images tell the story of a hidden war, whose consequences continue 20 years later to worsen the toll of the disaster. This is the true story of the Battle of Chernobyl. By early morning, the clouds are already being contaminated by the radioactive column, rising 1,000 meters into the sky. Igor Kostin was a photographer with the news agency Novosti. When a friend and helicopter pilot phones him that morning to offer to fly him over Chernobyl, all Kostin knows is that something has happened at the plant during the night.
When we got close to Block 4 and circled around it, I had no idea of the risk. When we flew over the block, I opened the window of the helicopter. I didn't realize then what a big mistake that was.
The thin, translucent smoke he sees rising from the ruins is in fact highly radioactive. Kostin is one of the few Chernobyl reporters on the scene in the early hours of the accident to have survived serious exposure to radiation.
When I opened the window, I couldn't hear a thing.
The information we got was that everything was sound, including the reactor. When I asked the academician Alexandrov, he told me the reactor was absolutely safe. It could even be set up on a red square.
There are rumors in the town of a fire at the plant and deaths in the night, but no official information has been released. The white flashes on these images are the results of radioactivity on the film. People in the streets hardly blink an eye at the masked soldiers scattered throughout the city. Colonel Grebenyuk led the troops in charge of controlling the situation. While children are still out playing in the squares, Colonel Grebenyuk's men spend the day taking the first readings of radioactivity in the city. In those days, radioactivity was measured in units called romgens. Normal atmospheric level is about 12 millionths of a romgen. In Pripyat, by early afternoon, readings are already over 200 thousandths of a romgen. In other words, 15,000 times higher than usual. By the evening, the level was shot up to 600,000 times above normal.
Boulevard Lenin, 200. Boulevard Ukraina, 250 milli-romgens. And that night, 7 romgens. My subordinates were starting to wonder if the machines were working properly, or was someone lying to us. We did not know that the reactor was still burning, radiation was still spreading. The slab is sealed in plastic because it's still radioactive.
Dose. At such a pace, they would have received a lethal dose in 4 days. To understand what is going on, the colonel sends a patrol to take the first readings at the base of the plant.
Their first readings were recorded on the slab, 2080 romgens. I was worried about my subordinates. How could I send them in there?
At these astronomical levels, 15 minutes is all it takes for a human being to absorb a lethal dose of radiation. At the Nuclear Institute, the figures provoke a shock. Such a level of radioactivity has never been seen before. 30 hours after the explosion, the first security measures are enforced. More than 1,000 buses have arrived. At 2 p.m., the army announces the city is to be completely evacuated.
I remember the teachers at the kindergarten gave us iodine pills. Then parents came to pick up their kids. Everyone was running around.
assemble in front of their buildings.